Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Hey!
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. We have not done a show in a while.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. December 22nd was our last show. Yeah. We took a little time off there.
We've been trying to do a Bean Boozled show for roughly 2 weeks, but things keep happening. It was supposed to be tonight as well.
Yeah.
But instead of that, we decided to do a show.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of our jobs to do a show occasionally.
Once in a while.
I mean,
that's what we get paid for.
Made roughly $14.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pretty much about $14. So
yeah. And that went right to Rob's cocaine habit. So
yeah, you cannot buy a lot of cocaine for $14.
No. It's like just a little bit on the end of your finger.
A little tiny, just enough to
little rub on the gums.
Hopefully like addicted. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the Bean Boozled challenge. We've been it's funny, I was going through our news feed looking for news that we could talk about, and all of the ones that we've rescheduled appear still in the timeline. And we're actually supposed to do it. I think the first one was the 27th we were going to try.
Yep.
How much did we end up raising for the Hope mission?
$200.
Awesome. I think in that article, I think they say $3 can get a meal for someone. So, you know, we got some meals there.
Here we watch. I thought you were gonna try and do some math right there. We got precisely.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
Some meals.
If we would have got $300, that would have been an easy.
That's true.
Easy math there.
It's been roughly minus 800 here for weeks,
yeah.
So they definitely needed it. It has gone up to zero. It was like plus 2 today or something, which it's like 34 Fahrenheit, something like that, 32, 33.
So just to share a little local news, they said that this is the longest cold snap since like 1969.
Nice.
So like 21 days of below minus 21.
That would only be better if it was 420.69.
420.69. So yeah, we've been in a deep freeze, and
it's been cold.
And you know, just the world has not been looking bright in Edmonton since the holidays. So,
but we're here. We're here
now.
That's right.
And we're ready to talk about some video games.
So many video games.
Also, I decided, since you know it's been almost 3 weeks since we did a show, I'm not going to get fancy today. I didn't pull out the bumpers. I'll bring them back next week or week after, something like that.
It's Ryan's way of saying he forgot to put the bumpers up.
I forgot to put the bumpers up. I was just so excited to talk to Rob. I
gotta go.
we haven't had a lot of time to talk. We've been both busy with stuff, and
that's right.
We were talking, and then we're like, I guess we better do a show. Well, I got one little bit of housekeeping. Actually, I'll make it 2 bits. So as we've been mentioning, the Bean Boozled challenge, we're hopefully doing it this coming Friday, which is the 14th. Hopefully, maybe. Damon says he's in. He's pretty flexible.
Nice. At this point, he's just assuming we won't be doing it.
Yeah,
so.
He's just saying yes because he's, like you said, he's just assuming it's not going to happen. But yeah, you know, it was one of our what do you call them, stretch goals.
That's true.
We reached $200, and we're going to do the Bean Boozled challenge. Damon set up a Jeopardy game for us to play. Instead of us just spinning the wheel and eating beans, we're going to do it with trivia questions.
That's right.
So should be fun. The other thing I'll mention is we're Buzzsprout is still giving us the opportunity to be affiliates of theirs, and you know they make it so darn easy to do this crazy stuff that we do on a semi-weekly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly basis.
Whenever we get around to it.
Whenever we get around to it. And you know, I don't know if the special is still I've never checked that, but I'm gonna assume it is. That if you sign up for a Buzzsprout account, they will send you a $25 Amazon gift card. So that'll, you know what? It's almost worth it if you have any interest in this. That'll pay for your first month easily. And you can just see how easy it is. You know, they have excellent metrics as well. We were going on about them a few months back when I was looking at them and we discovered like people all over the world have downloaded our podcast and are so amazed by that. But I was very easily able to pull out the top 10 episodes of the year, and I posted them on our page there, our top 10 most downloaded episodes. So
right.
And now there's Facebook integration too. That every time we upload it to Buzzsprout, it posts on our Facebook page automatically. So, you know what? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Bam!
Oh, bam! Bam! All right. Let's move on into news, Rob.
News.
So you know I'm recording that now, and that's going to be our new intro.
It better be. It's just it's the grumpy old gamers. News.
What do we got here first? We have, well, you know, it's still January. We're only 11 days in here. And this reminds me, I think we're going to try next week. I'm not going to make any promises, but we'll try and do our wrap-up show. You know, this whole Bean Boozled thing has been just pushing everything out and out and out. So,
yep.
And yeah, we should do our wrap-up. I wanna go over our predictions from last year with everybody, and we can make some new predictions. And
yeah, I'm curious how that went.
But,
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was 100% right about everything.
Oh, probably, I mean, yeah.
That's
yeah.
Every single game got delayed. I think that was one of my picks. Like,
yeah,
they all got delayed.
Just all of them.
Just every single one.
But that just made me think, because the first thing we're going to talk about here are the Steam Awards for 2021.
Yeah,
and yeah, there's some good stuff here. So Steam's Game of the Year, and their stuff is voted on by the community. The Steam community votes on this. So the Game of the Year, according to Steam users, was Resident Evil Village. Kind of a surprise, actually.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess yeah.
Some of the games that lost out in that category were Valheim, New World, Cyberpunk 2077, and Forza Horizon 5. Now you're playing with power. All right.
Sorry, I just noticed that was on the floor. I should probably
hang that back up.
Yeah. Yes. So any thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, on Steam, I didn't see. I guess I don't see like Resident Evil as being a huge like PC game. That seems more like a console game, right?
I think the last couple they have been like starting with 7, you're seeing more people playing on the PC.
I guess, hey.
I think it's because of the ludicrous graphics.
Right.
You can really turn up these slimy.
Okay.
Again, I guess it's voted on by people, so we can't really Oh, we are going to critique it, but it's interesting choice because I mean, Amazon New World I've seen on a lot of people's worst lists.
Yeah.
So to see it on a Game of the Year category is okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
That's
You
good
know what?
for.
Good for them.
What else we got here? We got VR Game of the Year was Cooking Simulator VR. All right.
Sure.
The Labor of Love category. I liked this category. This is
Yeah.
a game that's been out previously, but is still being supported. And Terraria was one in this category.
Wow.
I
I mean, I didn't know it was still being supported, but that's like 2008 or 7, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's an
the
old.
GameCube was still a thing when it came
Uh
out.
huh.
But
So some of the games that lost out there were Dota 2, Rust, No Man's Sky, and Apex Legends. So,
I mean, all good choices.
mhm.
Good for them.
Games better with friends. It Takes Two won this category. All
I
right.
could see that. Yeah.
And what else we got here? Outstanding visual style. Forza Horizon 5 won that category. It beat out games like Psychonauts 2, Subnautica Below Zero, Little Nightmares 2, and Bright Infinite Memory, Bright Memory Infinite.
Sure.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, we both, no secret, we enjoy Forza Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Played a little, but man, if I was voting, I would have gone Psychonauts 2. I don't know about
Mm-hmm.
you, but especially with the category where it's like visual style. I
Yeah,
mean, Forza has amazing graphics, but Psychonauts 2 really had the style thing nailed down. But
yeah, I might
um,
even went with Little Nightmares too, because I mean the first one, it
another good choice. Yeah.
looks like a Tool video, like just that claymation, like, and
Yep.
this, from what I've seen of the second one here, it's the same thing.
Yep. Yep.
Most innovative gameplay went to Deathloop,
Okay.
which beat out Loop Hero, which
Oh,
I was a little sad with. Um, Best game that you suck at. This is a game that rewards persistence and is not for the faint of heart. It is the toughest game that we love.
okay. Do you see the game that was
I
nominated at the end there?
I do.
All credibility lost.
So Neo 2 won this.
Yep.
But what Rob's talking about is Battlefield 2042 was
Which
a
should not be
contend.
on anyone's best list of
No.
anything.
Well, to be fair, maybe it got stuck in here because the word "suck" was just in the title.
You know why you
Game
suck
and
at Battlefield
game and
2042?
suck.
Because you can't shoot anyone. It's like literally impossible to shoot somebody in that game.
um, Next up, we had best soundtrack, and I went to Guardians of the Galaxy, which I can attest to. It's got a pretty damn good soundtrack.
Yeah, yeah. If this was best original soundtrack, I think I would have been more put off by that because they're all 80s songs, right? 80s and
Yes,
70s
yeah.
songs, but it's not. It's best soundtrack, and
Mm-hmm.
we both grew up in the era that this music was popular. I
Mm-hmm.
happen to have a Don Ho 8-track just sitting right there.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's our. I don't think Don Ho was in that song. I don't think he had Tiny Bubbles in Guardians of the Galaxy. Those should have been. Maybe for the sequel.
Maybe for the sequel. Next up, we had outstanding story-rich game, and here we have an underdog. Cyberpunk 2077 won this category.
It won something.
It won something.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got the best sit back and relax game is Farming Simulator 22.
I've heard a lot of people say that about that game. Just come home and plow your fields. That is not code for something else. All right, Steam games.
All right.
Steam
All right.
Awards.
The Steam Awards. Next up, we have so PlayStation almost they had a almost like a stealth news drop because there was no video presentation, nothing. They posted this to the PlayStation blog.
This is what they do with their things about this topic, right? It's like, here's something kind of cool, I guess. Meh.
Yeah, so they put out a blog post about the PlayStation VR 2 and the VR2 Sense controller. So last year we saw a picture of the Sense controller. Um, they posted, I think, very similarly to this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but they posted like all the specs are here. Like yeah.
It's a one thing I'm really excited about,
Hmm.
and we've both used PS4 VR.
Yes.
We have different experiences with it. I tend to get a little more sick out of it. The big thing for me is the frame rate of 90 or 120 hertz, because that's what actually makes you sick. I've been finding out is that
Yeah.
if you dip below too low in the frame rate or the refresh rate, you start to it's more likely to make you sick. So if they can stick to 90 or 120, then I mean, you can't buy a PS5, so it's not like I'll get one anyway, but
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Why don't you tell the people all about it, right?
Well, it's gonna have 4K HDR for the screens, the
Mm-hmm.
lenses in the headset. Like you said, it's gonna have 90 and 120 hertz frame rate. What's the resolution? 2000 by 2040, so
Per eye.
per eye.
That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that really is. And they're going to be OLED displays, so they're going to be nice and bright and
Mm-hmm.
crisp. One really cool thing is it's going to have the inside out tracking in the headset, so no more need for the camera.
Yep.
The headset is actually going to track the controllers and everything for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge thing. Uh, so I actually on the weekend, this past weekend, I pulled out the old VR because my father-in-law wanted to play some VR games because
Sure.
his brother-in-law got an Oculus was it the Quest? The one that's wireless, the one that's just the headset.
I think it's Quest. Yeah.
Yeah. So he got a Quest and they've been playing some stuff. So he was all hyped on the VR. And it was kind of funny because he puts on the PSVR and he's like, oh, it's kind of blurry. I'm like, yes.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
You
I'm
should
like,
have you should have
you
shown
got to kind of move the headset around until it gets clearer. He goes, oh, I guess this is good right here. It's like,
you should have had him try the Labo VR first, so it made the PSVR seem special, right?
Yeah.
That's
So as well as the back to the PSVR 2, it's going to have sense technology, which is going to do eye tracking, which helps
mm-hmm.
with the it's another thing that helps greatly with the sickness, I've heard, like
Okay.
because it actually will focus things more clear where you're actually looking.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. But something that they're doing first, and I haven't heard about this in any other VR headset, is it's going to have feedback in the headset, like vibrations in the
Okay.
headset.
Yeah.
First thing I
It's gonna
thought of,
shake your brain.
yeah, the first thing I thought of is, man, I can't wait to try like a boxing VR or something.
Ugh.
and
Ugh.
they
Yeah.
also confirmed that the Sense controllers, the two Sense controllers for the PSVR, it's going to have all the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers that the PS5 controller has as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, I see
ah.
what you did. I see what you did there.
There you go.
I was basically reading on to see if I'd missed anything. They also revealed that there's going to be a Horizon game called Call of the Mountain. Is going to be one of the launch titles.
Nice. May still come out before the next Horizon game.
Yeah, we'll see. They haven't bumped it from February yet, but the new one, or have they?
They probably did while we were doing the show.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exciting. I mean,
yeah.
You know, if this one's a little easier to set up, like maybe it'll be a little more accessible because that's always the thing holding me back on
Yep.
on playing the current PSVR. It's that I gotta unwrap the cord and pull out the headset out of the storage and clear an area, and I don't know. I don't have a huge living room, so.
Yep.
But if half those things are gone, then that might just make it a little easier.
Yeah. And don't get us wrong, we're still Microsoft shills.
Yeah.
We may or may not have been accused of that. It's
we dabble.
We dabble a little bit in the Game Pass. I'm sure Game Pass is still better. No, I'm just kidding. This looks really cool. When Ryan gets one, I will be checking out at his place.
Absolutely.
Because I will never get a PS5. Not because I wouldn't like one, because they're not real. I've never seen one.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's actually it's a PS3 and a PS2 glued together is what it is.
Yeah. No, I went and stole the cardboard cutout from IKEA. Did you see that they had those at IKEA?
No, I did not.
They have these cardboard like representations of a PS5 and a Series X.
Okay.
So that you can take them and put it in the furniture to make sure the stuff will fit, right?
That's a very good idea.
It really is.
Ooh, excuse me.
So next up we have here, something that put the internet into a tizzy because something was claimed and they can't believe people are constantly fact checking you, and anyways.
Damn fact checkers.
Dying Light 2, their developer Techland put out a tweet saying that it's going to take you 500 hours to complete Dying Light 2. And of course, the internet lost their friggin' minds.
Yeah.
Because they're like, 500 hours, blah! but they came back saying the actual game is only about 100 hours. But if you want to collect everything and do every possible thing in the game, 500.
So it still takes 100 to finish?
Yeah. It's still 100.
I mean, that's still a lot of time.
That's still a big game, right?
All my games of the year in that list were like 5 hours, except for Forza, which I might have played for a week by now. But
so I just thought that was funny that people got so up in arms about that.
Yeah, because you don't have to play it. I'm not going to play it.
No, I'm probably not either.
I don't have 100 free hours to throw at one game.
So Microsoft, keeping up with just announcing all the cool stuff all the time, they announced that Ubisoft Plus is coming to the Xbox. Not the Game Pass, but to the Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Which is still a pretty big deal because right now, the only two ways you can use the Ubisoft Plus services on PC or on Amazon's game streaming service, which I forget the name of because it's so inconsequential.
Is it like Noom or
it's like Noom,
something like that?
It's something like that. But their brand new Rainbow Six Extraction game is launching on Game Pass, kind of in celebration of this partnership on January 20th.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and that's that's a a big AAA game not made by Microsoft, right?
It's
Or one of
true,
their
yeah.
studios. So it's a pretty big deal. Like they're they're potentially giving up quite a bit there,
Yep.
Ubisoft. And I mean, Rainbow Six is still the siege. There was still a huge,
Oh yeah. It's still a huge seller, right?
yeah. But I was excited because, well, kind of yes and kind of no excited because in all the Black Friday, Boxing Day sales and whatnot, I bought Watch Dogs and the new
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed, but I might not have if I would have known this was coming, right? Oh well.
Yeah.
I'll have it for the next games they put out.
I think we can all agree though the best version of any Assassin's Creed game was the one for WebOS for the Palm Pilots. That was pretty good.
Is that a thing, or did you just make that up?
I had an HP touchpad. It
Oh
had
yeah.
Assassin's Creed. I don't remember which one.
Ooh.
Still works.
And
I can use it for driving in a nail, and it still works. WebOS. Yes.
so yeah, I mean,
So yeah,
I'm gonna
Palm
give
Pilots.
Rainbow Six Extraction a try because it's gonna be
Great.
on Game Pass.
It's either going to
And
be really good or really awful. Like
yeah,
you look at the all the videos and stuff, and you're like, it's got that feeling like this could be really bad.
well, it's such a weird, like, the Tom Clancy world is usually set in one of kind of realism. I know in the what is that, the Wildlands, Ghostlands,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ghost Recon game. Um, I know that they've had some events where like Predator
Hmm.
and RoboCop and like stuff like that
Sure.
have been in the game, but um, they've never gone the full sci-fi route like this one is.
Right.
So I totally agree. It could be something. We'll just have to see.
Exactly.
But yeah, moving
Yeah.
on. What else we got
Moving on.
here? So Lego
What?
has Lego.
What? It's my last name, just in case anyone
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't know.
It's
Yeah.
wondering what's going on
Yeah.
here. So Lego has delayed an Overwatch 2 um, Lego set that was due to be coming out soon.
Soon. Yeah. Oh, due to go on sale February 1st. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, it was due to go on sale February 1st, which was probably kind of be leading up to like Overwatch 2's release and everything, but they've decided to delay it just because of all
Hmm.
the stuff going on at Activision Blizzard.
Yeah. It just keeps getting worse
Yeah.
over there.
So yeah, someone else putting the pressure on. Also, on that note, I saw an article just before we were starting here. I didn't get a chance to fully read it, but it basically said that Phil Spencer isn't gonna get on like the hate shaming
Hmm.
bus. He's just let everybody know that like Xbox has made some demands, I guess, with Activision Blizzard,
Hmm.
and but he's not gonna go into detail. Just he basically said things have been said. So I mean that's good, but
Yep.
yeah. So I think someone needs to step down at Activision Blizzard to maybe really make this
Bobby could.
yeah.
I mean, can anyone say one nice thing about that guy? Maybe his permed hair.
Maybe his permed
Like
hair.
that's
He's got nice permed hair.
yeah. He was nice. He only took a salary of $800 trillion while he's laying off people. I mean,
I mean, that's a stand-up guy right
he's a
there.
practically a saint.
Practically a saint.
He had no idea any of this was going on, except he totally did.
He totally did.
Totally did. Yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
why don't we move on to the next story here, Rob?
Yeah.
And why don't you take it?
Which one am I doing? Oh yeah, okay. Here we go. Yeah, we just looked this up. So Take-Two, which is the parent company of Rockstar, 2K, and private division. We did not know they were the parent company of 2K till about 5 minutes before the show, but is buying Zynga. And Zynga is the mobile power behind
Farmvilles are biggest.
Yeah, Toon Blast, Empires and something else. Zynga Poker. I remember that. Words with Friends.
Oh yeah.
CSR 2. They have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they're buying them for $12.7 billion.
$1 billion.
Which at our combined rate of making $14 in 2 years would take us roughly 18 trillion years to make, give or take.
Well, you're not accounting for the interest there, though, Rob. If we threw that in a bank account to just let it,
which with the bank fees will come to
we'll be owing
negative dollars. But yeah, they part of the deal is they want Zynga to make some mobile versions of some of their IPs.
Yeah,
which totally makes sense. Zynga does that kind of thing all the time. So yeah, between Take-Two has as some of the IPs they've got: Borderlands, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, LA Noire, Civilization, NBA 2K, BioShock, Mafia, Max Payne. Anyone remember Max Payne? That's
yeah,
kind of cool back in the day. Kerbal Space Program. Interesting they threw that one in there, but very cool game. And so
it's so funny because when I think Brent posted about this earlier in the week, I was like, Zynga's this juggernaut? Because I remember when I first got my smartphone, it seems like every other game was made by Zynga.
Yep.
And then I don't know, maybe just because the market got so flooded that I kind of lost track of them. But like
they obviously still make a lot of things. And so that's a lot of money. Or as 12.7 billion would be like we were joking about earlier, roughly what Apple made in the time it took us to film this podcast.
Yeah.
But hey, there you go. I'm sure. So look forward to crappy mobile versions of all sorts of your favorite games.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So just last bit of news here. E3 officially announced that they are doing online only again this year. They decided to cancel it early just with the growing numbers with Omicron and everything. Omicron, my least favorite Transformer.
Very quickly becoming my least favorite Transformer as well. Honestly, you could look at it two different sides, right? Like, sucks because it reminds us everything going on in the world, but on the other hand, online things are they were picking up steam before this whole thing as well.
Yeah. So
the Game Grumps call it the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. I really enjoy that version of what this is, but
awesome.
Yeah. And is E3 really the most relevant gaming show nowadays anyway?
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Would you give it to Mr. Jeff Keighley doing the
Summer Games?
The Summer I can't sing that because we don't own the rights. Never mind. We may cut
Never
that
mind. Yeah. Do you want to take your last story that you added there, Rob, or are we poop?
Sometimes we have fun.
Sometimes.
We share a Google Doc for the show notes, and sometimes we'll type in things to make the other one giggle while things are going on.
Well, why don't you go first with what we've been playing, Rob?
You don't want to do your 9 or 10 things here first, or?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, here we go. So I've been playing this game, a little indie darling called Forza Horizon 5. Playing it a lot, so much. In fact, I posted a video to our Facebook page when I got the final XP board, and because that one took a while to figure out. They have these high tension power lines in the game, and they stick this one 5,000 XP billboard that you have to hit with your car at the top of one of these things. And so you circle it around a little bit, and you're like, how do I get this?
Well, also point out, it's in the middle, it's like in the desert. Like, there is a road that kind of runs close to it, but a lot of these ones, there's like a hill or like you can jump off of or something, or lots of this one that like I drove around a couple times. I'm like, I have no idea. I just drove off.
Yeah, I finally just took a car that had a lot of acceleration and launch and body bad off-road, and I'm like, what if I just launch myself off this hill? Like, it looks way too far, but I'll give it a try. And I'm like, oh, that might make it. And then rewind, repeat, rewind, repeat, rewind, repeat. Bam.
And it happened.
And then for getting all 250 boards, you get the glorious reward in game of a catchphrase. The Forza link, it's like, I hate to get boarded, or something like it's. I'm like, man, this is not worth what you put people through for this game.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
Yay. Still having a lot of fun. It's just slowly working through absolutely every other piece of story, PR stunts.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun.
So you literally put it, like, I was looking just today, just after work, I played a little bit, and you're like level 100 and something, and I'm like level 52.
Yeah, I think I just hit 186.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. So just and I mean, I thought I've played a lot, but that that definitely puts it into perspective. But with all the playing you've done, do you have any tips or tricks you can think of you give people to who are?
You know what? There's so much in the game, and I know you'd agree with this too, that if there's something you're not enjoying doing, just stop doing it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Come back to it later if you really want to. Like, if you're doing this 3-star speed zone and you can't get the 3 stars and you're starting to get mad, just stop. There's 800 other things you could be doing. Just do the stuff that's fun. Come back to it later. That's why that one billboard sat there for the longest time, because I'm like, I don't want to do this. So there's lots of stuff to do, and this is before the DLC. Like, there's going to be DLC that is going to make this so much better. Just so have fun. And join our club.
Oh yeah, what's so I added someone to our club, Jeep. What's his name? Jeep
Junkie.
Jeep Junkie. And
he's a heck of a player.
Holy.
Looked at some of his stats, and I'm like, wow, this is a guy who knows how to play the game. So if you're listening to the show, we have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining the team. And Yeah, for anyone else who wants to look for the grumpy old gamers,
The
and I
grumpy
think
old
it's
racers.
Grumpy Old Racers, and it's
Yeah,
GORS
is
is
the
the club
yeah.
thing. So when Ryan remembers to check once every 3 to 4 weeks, he will add you.
I will add you. I will accept your request.
So yeah, Forza been monopolizing my life. But another game I've played on the old Game Pass was a puzzle platformer. It's not even really what it is. It's called the Pedestrian, and you're a little stick guy, and you're moving from one side to the exit. But the background of the game is that you're in all sorts of weird places happening in the background, but there'll be like placard signs that you're moving through that are in the foreground of these real world things. And then on top of it, there'll be 5 or 6 of these sometimes, and you have to move them around to alter the way that you go through it to get through the exit.
Huh.
And it's like it hits all the buttons. Like it's very interesting visually. It's a puzzler because you got to figure out where to put all these things to make it so when you climb down this ladder, you get to this switch, and it's ended. You're kind of wondering what the story is about it, right? Because you're a little stick guy, and you're going through you're in this world of all these signs, and like, how'd you get there? What's going on? Is this related to Five Nights at Freddy's? Who knows? Who knows? It's not related to Five Nights at Freddy's. I've been watching a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's videos with that new security breach.
Oh yeah, okay.
Lots of lore stuff and everything, so it's on the brain. So I basically am playing that game as well. I've just been watching so many videos of other people playing it that
Just like a modern kid, hey? Just like
yeah,
one of those kids.
one of those kids. Just me and the PewDiePies. And
Yeah.
PewDiePie made more money in the last 30 seconds than we've made in 2 years. But he's worked hard for it. We haven't, so it's a little different. Why don't we make that money on something we record every 3 weeks when we feel like it?
Yeah.
Good for him. But yeah, those are my 2 games. Why don't you tell us about the library of what you played?
Well, so I did write down a lot here, but there isn't a lot to say about most of them, and I'll get to that.
Sure. All right.
So one game though, which it's the game I'm playing on my Switch right now, is Fire Loan Sales, and it's like a side-scrolling game, and you're this little dude, and you hop in your little vehicle, and you're just trying to get to your destination. You're like rolling through this post-apocalyptic wasteland, but you see inside the vehicle, and it's like a cutaway. And when it starts off, it's like a steam engine, and you feed things into it and create steam, and so you're running a steam engine, so you gotta watch the pressure on it. You gotta release the pressure if it gets too high, and then you slowly get add-ons onto your vehicle. You get sales, the loan sales, and then then you're powered by wind when the wind's blowing right. And so basically, what happens is you roll to like a building or a gate, and there'll be a little very easy puzzle. Well, mostly easy puzzle to figure out, and it'll either open the door so you can continue, or you'll get an upgrade to your vehicle. Like you get upgrades, like you get like a fire hose for if you run into things too hard, things can light on fire, like you damage things, and so you got to put the little fire out, and it's all like a side view, like 2D, and like you've got your levels in your vehicle, and it's fun. Brent highly recommended it to me. It ended up being on his top 5 list of the year there.
Right. I was just going to ask if that was the same game.
Yeah. It's a nice little relaxing game. Like even when things are going horribly wrong, it's not too stressful.
Right.
So, and
Sounds like a game we could all use.
mainly I've been playing it a lot because I think I'm pretty far into it. And I don't know, I think if you shut it down fully, I don't think it saves where you're at. You got to start right from the beginning.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
So, it's another reason why I've been playing it a lot because, I mean, the first time I played, I blew up my my vehicle because I didn't know how to put fires out, and everything caught on fire and just burned to the ground. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's not a very new game. I know it's been out on PC for a long time,
Right.
and I do believe there's a sequel coming this year to
Near?
it. Near?
Near? This was
Maybe?
far.
Could be.
Near?
If
It'll
near
be like Grover.
near lots of sales.
Far.
But if I'm remembering correctly, I think the sequel you're on a boat this time.
Ah,
And it's a side view thing and everything again.
there you go. So
So
going from a relaxing chill kind of game to like an ulcer-inducing one.
mhm.
Oh,
So I got Returnal for Christmas um, as a gift, and I only put an hour into it because I just really wanted to try it, and in that hour, I got to say I'm really liking it. It's so you know how most bullet hells games are like it's kind of like a top down or like a top isometric type view.
right.
So imagine that like a bullet hell game, but in your third person like camera behind your character.
Sure.
It's a whole other perspective, but it's pretty fun. Like I was having a lot of fun, but I also didn't want to get too far into it because I'm trying to finish up Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
And I'm pretty far into that game. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just trying Returnal I'll try a couple runs. But the things I got out of it, it's a lot of fun. The bullet hell nature of it is crazy cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's so weird to be in that perspective and just seeing all these bullets flying at you, right? So it's really yeah, it's awesome. Also, so in this same category, I only put maybe an hour and a half into Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart.
Mm-hmm.
Another game it's awesome. It's shiny and pretty and plays well and all of those things. But again, I don't want to take my focus off of Guardians of the Galaxy. I want to finish that up before before I move on to these other games. So
As a guy who looks at the analytics for the YouTube, I think that series that Let's Play you're doing of that has gotten us more copyright claims than anything else we've ever like. If we were making money, none of these videos would be making money.
Yeah, none of them would.
It's like every 2 seconds, it's like we get another
copyright claim.
Yeah, this video has been copyright claimed for. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I mean, you mentioned it before. I could be playing it in the streamer mode, but I'm also playing it for my enjoyment. And the music is a huge part of it. As we saw, it just won a Steam Award for Best Soundtrack.
Yeah, and we're not making money on these videos.
No.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Don't become what on earth would you call us? We're not influencers. Just a couple guys talking about video games on the YouTube. Don't do this if you want to make a lot of money. This is not a career.
We are hobbyists.
Yeah. There's some people who do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Some people make a living at this. It's not us.
And lastly, the wife and I put in another couple hours into It Takes Two, and that game just keeps getting better and better. It is, it is so good. Like, If you wanted to play it, Rob, I would play it with you as well.
Oh,
It
hey.
it is just it's such a fun experience to play with someone. And they've got it so figured out, like, you could never play this game on your own because each character gets their own abilities, right?
Right.
And they just you couldn't finish a level. Um yeah, like I think the hammer and nail,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
hammer and nail is a good example. A lot of people have talked about that one, where one person throws nails and the other person has the hammerhead.
Right.
And just things like that. It's and clever little like side games in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we ended up spending like half an hour. Just there was this photo studio in one of the levels where they had these pictures, but you're shrunk down, right? So they're like postcards where the faces have been cut out. And so
Mm-hmm.
you can set a timer on a camera. And so I'm like, okay, I'm setting the timer, run to, and we were both like running to try and get our characters' faces in these like in these holes in these postcards. And it's just there's lots of fun, like just silly stuff like that in there.
Right on.
Yeah, we're just dying laughing the entire time. So yeah, so that's all I've been playing over Christmas break and everything there.
Right on. Now, this Game Pass spotlight you put in, was this yours or?
Yeah, I added that. I thought it's a good mention because it was kind of a stealth drop almost. Like so right after in our little Game Pass spotlight here, right after New Year's there, they announced that Mass Effect Definitive Edition was coming to Game Pass.
Right.
And yeah, as Damon will attest to, it is probably one of the best sci-fi games ever made, some people say. So here's the perfect opportunity. If you have not tried it, it is now on Game Pass. I've loaded it up on my PC and on my console. And one of these days I'll
Someday.
start it.
Yep.
Or I might just delete it to free up some drive space.
Yep. Yeah, I've got to remember here. I just got my reminder to cancel my Stadia. And speaking
Oh,
of services, because they get me for 1 month after every free month I forget, and then I
yes.
pay for 1 month of Stadia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still no reason to ever get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
there you go.
There you go.
Anything making you grumpy this week, Rob? Game related?
Nope. I feel like eating one of these jelly beans though. Just gonna pick one. There we go.
Is this a preview? Is this a preview of what
Preview.
what
Well,
will be happening? Hopefully
cheating.
happening Friday.
It's one of the blue ones.
Oh, okay. Which is either mint or
It's either toothpaste or like blueberry or something.
oh,
It's toothpaste, but
it's
toothpaste one's
toothpaste.
good. Yeah.
The palate cleanser we were calling that one last
Yep.
last year.
Yep. I don't get that why that's a bad one, but
some people don't like the taste of toothpaste.
I guess people are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't eat toothpaste, but something that tastes like toothpaste, yeah,
It's fine. Well, why don't we pull this crazy train into the station, Rob, and just thank everyone for hanging out with us today. Good to be back. We'll hopefully have another episode next week. Maybe not. Maybe in a week or two. We'll see.
At some point,
see.
we'll
do another one.
Forget about it.
But yeah, if you want to check out any of our original content, things we've created, you can go to thegrumpyoldgamers.com. that's where that's at. Or if you want to just keep up with current news, on Facebook is where we post all the news stories. Just search out the Grumpy Old Gamers on there. And if you're searching out the Grumpy Old Gamers, we have a forum page where you can, come on, ask questions. Like I think I was talking about last time. Someone posted on there the video of using candles instead of a Wii bar.
Mhm.
You put up two candles, and they didn't couldn't believe if that worked or not. So, good little discussion happened there about that. And if you wanted to talk to us, if you had any questions, what's our friend on Forza there that I added?
Jeep Junkie.
Jeep Junkie. Shoot us an
Yeah.
email. Let us know who you are.
Yeah.
We'd love to talk some Forza with you. You can email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com, and that's where you can contact us. So that's all
There
I
you go.
got. Is that all you got, Rob?
Peace out.
Isn't it?
Maybe it's one of these.
There we go. All the awkward goodbyes.
Hello, fellow young people.
Youngsters. All right. See y'all next week.